Hello everyone, this is CACS, Sparsh Dodani this side. I hope you're doing well. Your study must be smooth sailing. And as I posted on Telegram, a poll regarding which subject should I cover in the next video of comprehensive series, and FR win a slight margin from SEM. So this is the FR comprehensive video for IBS, the FR which is relevant for IBS. We are going to cover some case study, some topics. I'm going to tell you how to use Samadhan and Sampurna as a tool for your FR. And one request to the students, please kindly wait till tomorrow. We are dispatching all the orders currently. Roughly 75-80% orders are already dispatched. So kindly wait till tomorrow. You will all get your dispatch IDs or tracking numbers, whatever the case may be. So on that note, let us begin. बहुत अच्छे तरीके से करेंगे and जितना हो सकेगा we will try to make FR easier for CA final paper 6.
So what I have here, let us go first check the Samadhan. As per the index, we are going to cover the case study number 27, 28 and 29 with the help of the Sampurna FR, which will give you the whole idea on how to do FR. But firstly, there's one thing I want to tell you for FR, what you have to do. Firstly, you have to read out the Sampurna. You have to check the relevant provisions of Ind AS and what are the applicable accounting treatments. Because देखिए, अगर आप डायरेक्टली अगर सिर्फ सीधा क्वेश्चन में जाए, वो संपूर्ण में दिया भी होगा, बट वहां पे आपको प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. Firstly, the suggestion would be to read out Sampurna, to check the relevant provisions, to see the accounting treatment and various other definitions. That first of all, मैं जैसे let me tell you what are the important thing in FR. So what they can ask or what they can cover is like the first thing which I feel which is important is the definition of current asset and current liabilities. These are the things that institute may catch you, and these are the things जहाँ पे छोटे छोटे points में they may frame a question. So first you have to understand and read the definition of current asset and current liabilities. Apart from that, what are the information which are to be presented in the OCI? These are the information which are to be presented in the OCI, that is other comprehensive income. I hope that you know the whole what can I say, the whole preparation of financial statement as per the Ind AS, as per the Schedule 3. So you know that you know the OCI and everything. If you don't, just read it out once. And if you feel even after reading Sampurna, like there is a bit of like misunderstanding, or there you need a more deeper understanding of the topic. So I would suggest to look out for the YouTube videos of the concerned topic of the teacher you like the most, of the faculty you understand the most. So that would be my suggestion, because the thing is, देखिए सारे इंडेसेस आपको अच्छे से आ जाए एक ही बार में, ऐसा तो जो स्टूडेंट्स प्रॉपर क्लास लेते हैं उनके लिए भी पॉसिबल नहीं है. बट हाँ, आईबीएस से जितना रिलेटेड है आई हैव कवर्ड इन संपूर्ण, मैं वो चीज़ें आपको बताने वाला हूँ. बट फिर भी अगर आपको कोई लगता है कि कोई टॉपिक में प्रॉब्लम है, डेफिनेटली देयर इज नो इशू टू गो आउट एंड सीक हेल्प. ठीक है, चलो उसके बाद what are the information that is to be presented in the SOC? You should know what are the information that is to be presented in the statement of changes in equity. Then what are the components of OCI? I feel this is an important topic because यहाँ पे institute reclassification के भी questions पूछता है कि where should it be classified or reclassified and whatever the case may be. So what are the components? Changes in revaluation surplus, the revaluation of assets, जो भी assets and liabilities का जो भी आपका revaluation होता है, changes in surplus that are recorded in OCI. Remeasurement of defined benefit plans, that is as per the Ind AS 19, the defined benefit plans for the employees. If there are any remeasurement that are to be adjusted with OCI. Then gains and losses from translating of financial statement of foreign company. This is also covered in your Ind AS what? Yes, Ind AS 21. This is also covered in Ind AS 21. Then gain and losses from financial affairs, your financial assets to FVT OCI. If you have read FR earlier, you know what is FVT OCI. But if you don't know, FVT OCI means fair value through OCI. So anyways, the fair value is adjusted through OCI. So their gains and losses would also be adjusted to OCI. Then effect proportion of gain losses on hedging. The gain and losses on hedging is also adjusted to OCI, not with PNL. Change in time value of option when separating the intrinsic value and time value only changes intrinsic value. जब only intrinsic value is changing, then you have to adjust with the OCI. उसके बाद change in forward element of the forward contract when separating the forward and spot element, the only changes the spot element. जब एक forward contract में forward और spot element दोनों है और जब उसके changes से सिर्फ spot element में change आ रहा है, so the changes in forward you will mark it with the, you will adjust it with the OCI. सर बहुत सारी चीजें नहीं समझी, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बहुत सारी चीजें बस समझ लो कि क्या OCI में आएगा क्या नहीं आएगा. इन डेप्थ जाने के लिए इसी में बहुत समय लग जाएगा, यू डोंट हैव टाइम फॉर दैट. ठीक है, चलो उसके बाद Ind AS to inventories, this is important where it is applicable. कहाँ कहाँ applicable नहीं है समझ लो. Ind AS 41 biological asset agriculture produce वहाँ पे applicable नहीं है. Financial instrument as per Ind AS 32 and 109 उस पर applicable नहीं है. फिर किस तरीके से measurement होता है at NRV, कौन से केसेस में NRV होगा. Produces of, देखो agriculture produce at the point of harvest is not covered under inventories. After the point of harvest, जब harvest हो जाता है, that is covered in that is under the scope of Ind AS 2, but it is realized at NRV. Then agriculture produce mineral, these are the things which are only measured at NRV. And what is FVLCS? That is fair value less cost to sell. So ये किससे adjust होगा? By commodity brokers and traders. Commodity brokers and traders will always measure their inventory at fair value less cost to sell. Okay. Then this is important. Read out the definition of inventories. Then inventories are measured at, these are the measurement criteria for inventory, and how to allocate the fixed overhead. This is an important point. Give it a read. Basic है, ज़्यादा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. देखो, if actual production is equal to the normal capacity, then the allocated fixed overhead is your total fixed overhead. If actual production is less than the normal capacity, then allocated fixed overhead will be actual production into cost unit of fixed overhead based on NC. मतलब जितना actual production है उसको जो unit allocate किया गया था on based on fixed overhead, that would be the allocated fixed overhead. If actual production is more than what normal capacity, then in this case also allocated fixed overhead is equal to total fixed overhead. नहीं समझा, एक बार रीड कर लीजिए, बहुत इजी है, कुछ इतना वो नहीं है. अब सीए फाइनल में यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इट इजीली. ठीक है, उसके बाद कॉस्ट इनकर टू ब्रिंग, ये सब चीजें हैं. दीज आर द कॉस्ट विच इज ऑल्सो इंक्लूडेड इन द इन्वेंट्री कॉस्ट. एक और कॉस्ट है बोरिंग कॉस्ट, ये Ind AS 23 में अगेन इट इज कवर्ड. ठीक है, उसके बाद NRV ऑफ एन इन्वेंट्री इज गिवन, कॉस्ट इज एक्सक्लूडेड फ्रॉम कॉस्ट ऑफ इन्वेंट्री इज गिवन. एलोकेशन टू जॉइंट प्रोडक्ट बाय प्रोडक्ट, दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट, easy है, there is nothing much in that. उसके बाद which are the inventory valuation techniques. अगर ordinary interchangeable है, if it is ordinary interchangeable तब ये है, not ordinary तो फिर ये चीज़ है जो ये basically होता नहीं है. फिर historical cost, non historical cost, ये है, बेसिक सी चीज़ें हैं, you will understand it. कुछ important points है कि किस तरीके से किसकी NRV रहेगी. It is given agriculture produce after harvest, initially FVL CTS. initial recognition आप देखेंगे उसमें कैसे होता है, FVL CTS में होता है, फेयर वैल्यू लेस कॉस्ट टू सेल. डिस्क्लोजर्स कौन से देने हैं, मेरे को नहीं लगता डिस्क्लोजर को क्वेश्चन आएगा. मैंने कई Ind AS में आई हैव गिवन द डिस्क्लोजर. आई डोंट थिंक ICI में आस्क डिस्क्लोजर, बट अगर आ जाता है तो यू हैव दिस, यू बेटर नो हाउ टू फ्रेम द आंसर्स, यू डोंट नीड टू वरी अबाउट दैट. इस तरीके से Ind AS 2 भी आपका खत्म हो जाएगा. सेम गोज विद द Ind AS 7. द 3 टाइप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज विच आर ऑपरेटिंग, इन्वेस्टिंग, फाइनेंसिंग, एंड उसके साथ कैश एंड कैश इक्विवेलेंस. इसमें क्या क्या आता है, what are covered into the particular activities, those are given. Operating activities में 2 टाइप की मेथड होती है, the direct method, indirect method, it is given. Then after that cash and cash equivalents में क्या क्या आता है, that is also given. इस पे क्वेश्चन फ्रेम हो सकता है, feel that कि यहाँ से कुछ हो सकता है, बट नहीं भी आया तो there is no issue on that. Then reporting on net basis, what is or reporting cash flow on net basis, and कौन कौन कर सकते हैं other than FIs and for FIs. ठीक है, उसके बाद forensic currency cash flows is given arising from foreign transactions. So how you have to how you have to measure it and record it, and cash flow of a foreign subsidiary, how you have to measure and record. And then cash flows arising from income tax, basic चीज है. And what to do in the case of interest and dividend for financial institution, कब वो operating and financing. So there's a bifurcation when it is considered as operating, when it is considered as financing, and when it is considered as investing. The bifurcation is given here, it would be easy for you. Then changes in ownership interest in subsidiary and other business, basic है, कुछ ज़्यादा उसमें इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Then again Ind AS 8, simple Ind AS, what it says, that accounting policies, changes in accounting estimate in error. So here you have to see what is a change in accounting policy and what is change in accounting estimate, and you have to define error and what is error and what not is error. So these are the definition given, read it out. Then what are accounting policies, selection and application of accounting policies, and what is changes in accounting policies. ठीक है, ये सारी चीजें वेयर ये यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आया है. I feel this is important. Retrospective application and what are the exceptions? Which are the cases where retrospective change is not required? This is the case. And what is the following are the not changes in which is not a change in accounting policy? This is also important. After that, changes in accounting estimate, यही सेम चीज है. एंड आफ्टर दैट एरर्स. तो ये सारी चीजें हैं. उसके साथ ही लगा एक इंडेक्स है, द इवेंट्स आफ्टर रिपोर्टिंग पीरियड. अब देखो सर, मैं पूरे इंडेक्सेस आपको ऐसे कवर कराने जाऊंगा, वीडियो बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा, और rather than मैं चाहता हूँ कि आपका प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच ज्यादा सही रहे. सो यू गॉट द जिस्ट हाउ डू यू हैव टू कवर द FR from your Sampurna. Now let's jump on to the few questions and let us see how we can tackle the questions through Sampurna and Samadhan, and what other things you might have to carry for FR. I will also tell you. Okay, so let's jump on to the case study number 28. Let's first go to 28. So it's page number 191. Yeah, I am near that now. Okay. PSL is a manufacturer for electric circuits board and switchgear. Its products are sold to customers through retail network, and its distributors are situated across the country. The company also exports these products, but only to few countries worldwide. The company is also engaged in taking products on turnkey basis. You know the turnkey basis. The company has plants in Himachal Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. The company has a high reputation among its stakeholders, vis-a-vis shareholders, workers, and customers. The attrition rate of employees is also very low to other players in the market. The main reason for such role is because company believes in family concept of a country. So the attrition rate is low, the employees turnover is low, and the company believes in the family concept. So the employees are also part of the decision making, and they are also made to share profit of the company according to a well-defined profit sharing plan, that is as per the Ind AS 19. The term of the profit sharing plan are as under. The profit sharing full will at least be the following three limits. 40% of the earning before tax to the extent it excesses the minimum acceptable target profit margin. If it crosses the minimum acceptable target profit margin, the 40% of the earning will be shared with the employees. Second is the 0.65% of the gross revenue. Third is absolute amount of 3 crore. And what shall it be? The least of the following. So the least of the following will be the profit sharing plan. So you have to calculate on the basis of that. Basic question, nothing to worry about. Minimum acceptable target profit will be equivalent to the average last 3 years net operating profit of the. So they have given the minimum acceptable profit. So the earning before tax is given, that is 50 crores. ठीक है. अब बेसिकली एक बात समझ लो, पहले पॉइंट का एक पहले अपन कैलकुलेशन कर लेते हैं. 50 crores का 40%, what it would be 20 crores. So anyways the 3 crores is less than 20 crores. तो मुझे नहीं लगता वो पॉइंट तो आपका आएगा, but let us see. Then again, net operating assets employed by PSL is 130 crores. During the year gross revenue is 400 crores. अब ये 400 crore का भी 0.65%. It roughly comes around, I guess, 262.6. I guess, yes, 2.6 crore it is. Yes. That. Right. Sorry, it is in excess. Sorry, my mistake here. Excess of the minimum acceptable profit. Sorry, we have to calculate this as well. During the year, the total salary of the employees to given was rupees 45 crore. Industry's average net operating profit of last year is 10% of net operating asset. So that is 13 crores. That is your 10% of 130. That is 13 crores is your industry's average net operating profit. Over and above the net operating profit is your, you have to calculate the what is the over and above amount of this 13 crores of the net operating profit. Then you have to give that. ठीक है, बेसिक है, ज्यादा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है उसमें. ठीक है, अब आगे. During the year ended 31st March 2021, PSL the company ordered 2 aircraft for convenience to visit by higher official to various price. ये वो ठीक है. The company has paid interest of rupees 3 lakh during the financial year 2021. The manufacturer has informed that manufacture of each aircraft, including planning, production of the part, assembly, involves a typical time of 24 to 30 months. The manufacturer will start manufacturing process for the aircraft from 30th September 2021. The trade payables consist of outstanding due of various trade payables as follows. These are the trade payables. The company PS Limited has taken a contract on turnkey project for rupees 300 lakh. As per the terms of the contract, the company will entitle to get performance bonus at the rate 1% of the contract value and will be based on timing on the completion of project. If the completion get delayed, there's penalty clause in the contract. So if they complete in no time, they will get a 1% performance bonus. But if the project is delayed, they will have to pay the penalty as well. NBV Associates Chartered Accountants Statutory Auditor of PS Limited, the year ended 31st March 21. CAV's Company Audit as an audit partner as Conduct Audit of the year. They came to know the fraud amounting to rupees 5 crore be committed by one of the employees. So there is a fraud and everything in this. ठीक है, चलो ये तो आपका कैलकुलेशन का पार्ट है. यू विल बेसिकली डू द कैलकुलेशन. इफ हिज एनुअल सैलरी इज 54 लाख, सो 45 करोड़ में 54 लाख, उसका जो पहले आपका देखना है 45 करोड़ जो टोटल सैलरी. यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द अमाउंट ऑफ द प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग बोनस दे विल गेट. आफ्टर दैट जो उसका शेयर बनता है, लाइक 45 करोड़ में 54 लाख का जो उसका शेयर बनता है, सो ही विल गेट दैट. तो यहाँ से वो आपको कैलकुलेट करना है, बेसिक सी चीज़ है. प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग पूल ऑफ PS लिमिटेड विल बी क्या रहेगा, 2 करोड़ 2.63 जो भी रहेगा. यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट एंड फाइंड आउट द आंसर. सर आप तो पूरा सॉल्व क्यों नहीं करा रहे? इट इज अ बेसिक क्वेश्चन, आई नो यू कैन डू इट वेरी इजी. ठीक है. द कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ बोरिंग रेट फॉर परचेज ऑफ एयरक्राफ्ट शुड कमेंस ऑन. दिस इज एज पर द Ind AS विच इज 23. अब यहाँ पे हमको देखना है कि कैपिटलाइजेशन कब से स्टार्ट होता है. यहाँ से आपका Ind AS का क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट होता है. पहले का क्वेश्चन तो बहुत ही बेसिक था. So let's just check. Let us come on to Ind AS 23 and when does the capitalization. So commencement and suspension cessation of capitalization 1.18 we have to check here. Yeah, it is. Yes. Commencement of capitalization starts from the date when entity first meet all of the following conditions. What are the following conditions? It incurs expenditure for asset, it incurs borrowing cost, and it undertakes activities that are necessary to prepare the asset for use and sale. So three things are important. What? It incurs the cost, it incurs expenditure, it incurs borrowing cost, and it undertakes the activities that are necessary to prepare the asset for use or sale. So let us first check on to the SAMADHAN. So when is that? Okay. On 1st February, these aircraft were delivered. The company has made a down payment 50% for each aircraft at the time of placing the order. On 1st February 21, the balance amount is payable on delivery. The advance paid by the company has been fully funded for bank borrowing taken on 1st February. The company has paid interest during the financial year 2021. The manufacturer informed it. So when they gave the advance on 1st February, and when the borrowing was taken, it was fully funded till 1st February. So they have been paying interest from the 1st February. They paid the advance. They incurred the expenditure. They incurred the borrowing cost, and also they intended to use it for their own purpose. So what is that? So what would be the date? So the date as per the, just a second. Yeah. So the balance amount is payable on delivery. The company has paid the interest of rupees 3 lakh during the financial year. The manufacturer has informed that the manufacture of each aircraft, including planning, production, parts of assembly, involves a typical time of 24 to 30 months. The manufacturer will start producing the manufacturing process from aircraft from 30th September 2021. But in this case, when will the production start? The production will start from 30th September 2021. So the process when it is intended to be going for sale or intended to be going for use, so it is starting from 30th September 2021. First to the Like first two conditions were fulfilled in the 1st February case, but the last condition is fulfilled on 30th September 2021. So what shall be the date when such borrowing cost shall be included in the cost of asset? Is the date 30th September 2021 when the manufacturing is being started. See, so is the date when manufacturing is being started. It is the date. Okay. Then after that, what amount of trade payable shall be disclosed in balance sheet as required by amended schedule? This is not much important for you. Just you can also, because it is not that relevant right now for IBS, but it is there. You can go check it out, but it's not much relevant for that. ठीक है, उसके बाद NBV associate should report the fraud. अब fraud आप लोग को पता है किसमें रिपोर्टिंग होती है fraud में. First, what we do. पता है आपको fraud reporting as per Companies Act जो था. Yes, you know that central government, if the fraud is more than rupees 1 crore, you have to report directly to the central government and in the auditor's report. Then again, descriptive question, explain profit sharing plan. You can easily write it. What is that? Just read it out once. You can just read it out from Samadhan. There's no goal. There's no like time to go anywhere else. Just read it out from Samadhan. It is very easy, comparatively very easy. Then after that, define qualifying asset for capitalizing. So what is qualifying asset? You can read it out here or you can go in the Sampurna. See, the three conditions are here and you can go in the Sampurna or you can read it out here. You can like if the question appears in the exam, you can directly write it down from here. So mark it out. The definition of qualifying asset is also here. Anyways, if you do it from Sampurna, you can go there as well. So there's no issue on that. Right? So and after variable consideration and how it will be accounted in terms of Ind AS. So what is variable consideration? It is as per the Ind AS 115. Let us check if it is there in Sampurna. Ind AS 115. Yes, it is there. 1.43. Just a second. Yes. What is the variable consideration? What are the variable consideration? Penalties accounted as per the substance of contract where penalty is inherent in terms in determination of transaction price. It shall be included. Estimating amount of variable consideration. Two methods are there. What are the two methods? Expected value method. Sum of probability weighted amount. So the probability will be given, the weighted amount will be given, and likewise you will amount. The second one is most likely method. These are the two methods by which you can like account for the variable consideration. So these are the accounting treatment given for the variable consideration. If you want to know the definition, 194, right? Yeah. So definition of variable consideration is given in the Samadhan only, but the accounting treatment, as I shown you, there are two methods by which the variable consideration can be accounted for. First is the expected value, which is the sum of probability weighted amount, and the second one is the most likely amount, that is single most likely outcome, and then you will value the variable consideration as per it. So it is also given in the Sampurna, and now you have the definition in Samadhan as well. So this is how you can use the Sampurna and Samadhan as a tool for you in examination if any question appears for FR. Let us do one more case study and let us check. See, we are not going into detail into each and everything because the thing is everything is presented to you. So I don't need to I don't need to go into detail into each and everything because it will cover roughly, like I feel like that there won't be like much difficult question from FR. I feel like कि जो भी questions रहेंगे that would be from the basic knowledge. जितना Ind AS का आपको अगर overview भी आपको पता है, likewise जब अभी तक आपने जितने भी questions देखे आगे भी आप देखेंगे, अगर if you know the overview of Ind AS, I think it would be okay for you to appear for CA final IBS regarding the FR part. So that's the one thing I can count on. उसके बाद उसी तरीके से अब ये यहाँ पे ना एक चीज है, योर Ind AS 113, दैट इज द फेयर वैल्यू कैलकुलेशन। ये मैंने संपूर्ण में कवर नहीं किया है, ये आपको यहाँ पे मिल जाएगा मार्केट आउट केस स्टडी 27 में। यू विल गेट द Ind AS 113 पार्ट एंड हाउ टू कैलकुलेट द फेयर वैल्यू। ऑल्सो मैं आपको एक सिंपल शीट प्रोवाइड कर दूंगा टेलीग्राम पे। आई विल प्रोवाइड यू टुडे इटसेल्फ और टुमारो इटसेल्फ देन हाउ द फेयर वैल्यू कंसिडरेशन फेयर वैल्यू कैलकुलेशंस आर डन। बेसिक चीजें इसलिए मैंने शायद संपूर्ण में कवर नहीं किया, मैं आपको एक बेसिक सा एक सिंपल पेज में आपको वो आ जाएगा, यू विल गेट इट, सो यू नीड टू वरी अबाउट दैट। उसी में बेसिकली वहीं पे ये क्वेश्चंस थे एंड आगे आपको अगर मैं दिखाऊं कि किस तरीके से क्वेश्चंस हैं, सो लाइकवाइज वी कैन सी नाउ दिस इज FR Ind AS 110 exemption from filing of CFS, content of CFS. So if we go likewise in the Sampurna, the CFS is covered in this part, I guess. Yes, CFS. So consolidation exemption from preparing CFS, you will directly go into 1.52. You will get it there. And what are in CFS? Then it is the consolidation procedure in Ind AS 1110. So 1.15, 1.1, sorry, 1.51 and 1.52. You will get the whole crux of it. Let us just go check it. Yes, here it is. So consolidation procedure. So these are the, what are the combined items like assets, liability, equity, income, expense and cash flow. These are all the things that are included in the CFS. Then what are eliminated? Intra-group transaction balances, income, expenses, dividends. These are the things that are included from the CFS. Then what are the exemptions? These are the exemptions. These are the ones who don't need to file for consolidated financial statements. These are the ones who don't need to file for the consolidated financial statements. So these are the one. How this is how you can cover the whole FR and FR from your Samadhan and Sampurna. Let us check into one more thing. Let us go on to case study number 34. Page number 233. Yes. Sharia Limited owns a building A which is specifically used for the purpose of earning rental and classified as PPE in the financial statement. Before the applicability of FRF as per the principle of Indian accounting standards, the company has not been using the building A or any of its facilities for its own use for a long time. The company is also exploring opportunity to sell the building if it gets a reasonable amount in consideration. The following information is relevant for the building A for the year ending 31st March 2023. Building A was purchased 5 years ago at the cost of rupees 10 crores. Building life is estimated 20 years. 20 years is the estimated life of the building. Further, during the year, the company incurred following direct operating expenditure related to building A and B. However, the accountant, instead of capitalizing the same, has directly debited to the P&L. So instead of capitalizing, directly debited to P&L. Rental income was 75 lakh, B 25 lakhs. Sale promotion expenses 5 lakh, fees and taxes 1 lakh, ground rent, repair and maintenance, legal and professional, commission and brokerages. The company does not have any restrictions and contractual obligation against property A or B. For complying with requirement of Ind AS, the management sought an independent report from the specialist as to ascertain the fair value of the buildings A and B. The independent valuer had valued the fair value of the property as per the valuation model recommended by IBS. Other key inputs are the estimated rent per month per square feet of the period is expected to be in the range of 50 to 60, and it is further expected to grow at the rate of 10% per annum for each of 3 years. The weighted discount rate is 12 to 13%. Assume that the fair value of property as based on discounted cash flow method is measured at rupees 10.5 crores. The treatment of fair value of property is to be given in financial as per the requirements of Ind AS. One of the Shanaya's limited manufacturing unit is situated at one of the remotest area of India. Being the company's main objective is to concern the welfare of masses, it has been specifically told by Government of India to take part in initiatives as Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Its main objective would be to create awareness amongst the rural people to be more cautious towards the cleanliness, thereby also constructing toilets and imparting training program. With the passage of time, that the costs are expected to increase. The campaign would run for 4 years. Expected cost to be incurred by company from year to year are expected to 20 crores, 40, 70, 120. So these are the costs which would be incurred in the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan as far as the company is concerned. The company has also received a government grant for 35 crores to compensate the cost which is going to incur over a period of 4 years. So 35 crores is the cost that grant that has been given. So this also covers the government grant. Okay. Ind AS. Meanwhile, assume that financial statements have been prepared for the year ending March 23. The auditor of Shania Limited has noted the following observation in its audit report. Said observation has been documented after discussion with TCWG. The holding company also owns various immovable properties that have been let out to the group companies, third parties for various lease periods. India's 40 IP requires assets to be classified as investment in case of certain conditions are met. This involves significant judgment and estimation with respect to the lease term, management intention, etc. Basis which the assets are classified as either PP and or IP in the balance sheet. Corresponding to the above observation, issue has been addressed in the audit report by auditors. We obtain an understanding of financial statement of closure process, including the process of assessment and classification of immovable properties and preparation of relevant disclosure. We have also understood design and implementation of controls, tested the operating effectiveness of these controls, including validation, management, review controls. We assess various lease agreements entered into by group companies, third parties, and evaluate terms of agreement along with the requirement of Ind AS. We read the judgment and assessment made by management with respect to the classification of investment properties. We assess that the disclosure of investment property made in consolidated Ind AS financial statement. Shania Limited turnover of PY 21-22 and 2021-21-22 was 500 and 600 crores respectively. The company's turnover for the PY 22-23 is 800 crores. Net profit as per the statement is 500 crore. Detail of expenses are, so the expenses are depreciation as per Companies Act, interest on borrowing from bank not paid up to tax return filing 2.75 provision, then CSR expense, expenses incurred for services taken from Saurashtra Private Limited, a company registered in the Maharashtra region with corresponding TDS has not been deducted. Okay, so TDS has not been, so it covers your whole aspect. Ind AS, TDS, that is your taxation and every aspect of it. Bonus paid on April 30, 23, this year, 3 crores. Expenses incurred on VRS, that is your voluntary retirement scheme, is your 2.4 crores. During the previous year, 22-23, the company has not deducted TDS for the amount of expenditure of 15.73 crores incurred and paid to PQR less. So TDS is not deducted here. Is the expenditure allowed or disallowed? So let's jump on to that. I know that you have read that in DT and you are more acquired than me because you have read it recently. So I know what to do with that. So let us begin with that. Following and the information. This is a big case study and I mark this case study as A category and I hope so that this case study may appear in your exam. I feel that this case study, that is the case study number 34, may appear in your exam. Sorry. Yes. Then these are the block of the asset as per the given date of ready put to use. You know what to do with that. Then what appropriate term of the following would be used? The auditor observation on the analysis of issue regarding investment property in the audit report as per the relevant on auditing standards. So what you have to do, you know that. Let us jump on to the first Ind AS question part. Yeah. Calculate the amount of grant. Calculate the amount Shania Limited would recognize in its book in the first year the grant received from the government amounting to rupees 35 crore. So as we know, the grant is for 4 years. Are there any specific condition with respect to the grant given? No. So the grant would be recognized. How it will be recognized? In 4 years, or in the first year only, and whatever the case may be. So what do you think it should be? As per the common man knowledge, what do you think? If you don't know the uh, accounting of government grant, and let us also go with that alone. Yeah, page number 1.1. Yes. So these are the grant, and grant received in cash or as a reduction in liability. When you will recognize only where there is a reasonable assurance that entity will comply with the condition and grant will be received. Okay. Government assistance. Take it. Government with no specific relation to operating activities. So it is related, these is the, so it would be the grant, the government assistance with no specific relation to the operating activities. Was it related to the operating activity? No. It was given for the expenditure incurred by company for the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So if meet the definition, it is definition, yes, yes, it will comply with the condition and grant will be both are certain. Then under Ind AS 20, recognize in PNL on systematic basis. What is, we have to recognize in PNL as per the systematic basis. What would be the systematic basis? As per the year? I don't think so, because it is related to the expenditure. So how would you recognize it? We will recognize it as per the expenditure incurred. So how the how the expenditure are incurred, we will recognize. Just a second. Yes. So how the expenditures are incurred, let us check on to that. So the first total expenditure is 20, 40, 60. 60 plus 70, 130, 130 is 250. So 250 is the total expenditure. Expenditure incurred in first year is 20. So the grant would be 20 upon 250 into 35. That comes on to roughly 2.8. So what would be the grant that should be recognized in the first year is your 2.8 crores. So D is the answer. The grant would be recognized in systematic basis. Yes, would be recognized in systematic. समझ गए? This is how you have to use Sampurna and Samadhan in your this. Now let us jump on to one more question. What would be the treatment of building A and building B in the balance sheet? Provide detailed disclosure and computation in line with the relevant IAS and treat it as if you are preparing a separate note schedule if the given asset in the balance sheet. So A and B, what it should be recognized at. Investment in property held to earn rentals for capitalization, capital or both. Ind AS 40 shall be applied in the recognition. So what should be applied? Ind AS 40 shall be recognized. And as per Ind AS 40, let us check the recognition and measurement. So Ind AS 40, 1.27. Yes. Yes. Includes land and building held to earn rental. So it should be covered under Ind AS 40. ठीक है. Measurement. Recognize FEB will flow, that when it FEB, that is your future economic benefit will flow, and the cost can be measured reliably. If two of these conditions are fulfilled, then you will recognize as investment property. Measurement, cost plus any directly attributable expense, including transaction cost. So at initial measurement, it should be recognized. At cost, plus any directly attributable expenses and any transaction cost incurred for the asset. So then the cost shall be that only. Yes. After initial recognition, an entity measure all of its investment property in accordance with the Ind AS 16 cost model. जैसे हमने यहाँ पे भी देखा था, यहाँ पे भी आपको वही चीज मिलेगी. Then measurement after IP shall be valued at cost model. Cost model के हिसाब से भी हो जाए. So these are the thing. यहाँ पे इस तरीके से आपको दिया हुआ है. And again you can read on to that कि किस तरीके से measurement है. बेसिक है, there is nothing to worry about. कॉस्ट मॉडल पे है, कॉस्ट मॉडल पे क्या करना है आपको? बेसिक है, डेप्रिसिएशन काटो, ओपनिंग बैलेंस में डेप्रिसिएशन काटो, क्लोजिंग बैलेंस, पीएनएल में क्या क्या अमाउंट जाएगा, वो सब चीजें वहां पे आप रिकॉग्नाइज करो, बस खत्म, और ज्यादा कुछ इसमें करना है बेसिकली.
So in this video, we saw how to use the tools of Samadhan and Sampurna and how to tackle the subject FR for your CA final paper 6. And apart from that, I want more short videos regarding your FR, and I will also send few notes on Telegram as well. So do join our Telegram channel. The link is in the description, and do subscribe to CA Sparsh Dodani because we need this to reach more and more students. On that note, bye bye. Take care. See you next time. Study hard and do what you can.